Hello everyone, it's Mike Levin from MikeLevinSEO.com, and the time has come for me to start filling some content into my site. And I'm going to start with my daily work journal entries, which I actually make every day. I'm going to try and keep them on topic from MikeLevinSEO.com, but they do go sometimes all over the place and have a difficult signal to noise ratio. So the posts get pretty long and imposing for people. So I need to implement one of those read more links so that when people come into my site, they're not immediately scared away from the large amount of text. In researching those read more links, I see that the easiest implementation uses jQuery. And this shows you just how long it takes to encounter jQuery when you're doing any sort of web development. The answer is immediately. And I need to install the jQuery code, and I'm going to take this opportunity to also install my Google Analytics and HitTail code. And that's a pleasure to do with these Mako templates. So first thing, I ls to remind myself what files are there. I want to remove that foo file. In fact, I need a text file for the includes for the tracking code. So I'll just, let's see, git move foo.txt to tracking.txt. Hey, it took it. So almost all the common file manipulation commands under Linux or Unix have the equivalent under Git, and you want to allow Git to make these changes so that your repository knows what's going on. Now we want to vim index.html. And this file is beautifully sparse, which is exactly what we want. That's the whole thing from top to bottom. I can understand every single line, and it still is kind of bare bones enough for easy copy and pasting without having to make too many modifications on a per page basis. A lot of this it looks like I'll be able to externalize because it's part of the skeleton CSS framework and will appear the same on every page. And so I'll start to get those advantages coming together of using PyGreen and skeleton CSS. But I don't need to think or worry about that now. Tracking code. Tracking code often comes towards the end of your document for page load reasons. It's more important to get the page displayed than it is to execute JavaScript code. Truth is, a lot of this code executes asynchronously, so it doesn't really matter, but it's best practice to go down here to above your body tags. We hit O for insert new line and go into insert mode. Open pointy bracket, %, include, file equals tracking.txt. Close quote, end the tag, close pointy bracket. Escape, :WQ. We go over here to make sure that the site has not broken. It has not broken, that's good, but you'll see the hello world is back, which is in that foo.txt file. So our next order of business is to vim foo.txt. Here's the hello world. Oh yeah, vim tracking.txt. There's our hello world. Shift D to delete everything from that cursor forward. Escape, just to make sure we're not in insert mode. It's a gratuitous escape key. You'll be developing that habit if you use Vim. : to go into the EX command mode. Set paste so I don't get crazy line returns. And I'm also going to go TW equals 0 so that text wrapping is turned off essentially. I like text wrap, let's see, set TW equals 0. Don't forget your sets. I usually set line wrapping to 79 characters so all my code looks good in a nice column. It's easy to do in Python, not so much in JavaScript. A lot of people let their stuff go out to the right unlimited distances, but I keep my stuff in a very nice clean column for readability. But that means when I'm pasting stuff that might line wrap, I got to turn off text wrapping. And set TW equals 0 is the way of doing that. And then I go into I for insert. I go over here and I pick up my Google Analytics code first. Where is that? Okay. Copy. Paste. Okay, I've got Google Analytics installed. It all looks correct. I'm still in insert mode. I'm at the end of the tag, so I just hit the enter key twice. And now I'll go get my hittail tracking code. Now, according to the hittail site, which I developed, but it's been taken over by a new purchaser, the tracking code is no longer necessary because most keyword referrer data comes in through the API connection to Webmaster Tools. And while this is true, I'm just totally addicted to watching my referrers, and there's still a lot of information to notice that comes in through watching your referrers. Like if you suddenly hit the Reddit page or the Hacker News homepage, like the new version of being /dotted, you know right away by looking at your activity in your referrers. So I like my hittail code. I'm also going to note that this is the Google Analytics code, totally unnecessary, but for consistency. Okay, escape, :WQ, write and quit, go back here, go back to the site, do a refresh, hello world is gone, nothing's broken, view page source, and there is my tracking code as expected. Close tab, and now for jQuery. jQuery is just a one-line include, which I went here to the Google developers site where it talks about Google hosting of jQuery. Always a good idea. I could move the file to my site, but in for a penny, in for a pound. I'm running Google Analytics. My bare bones page already is loading things from other locations, so why not jQuery too? Let Google pay for that bandwidth. So I go vim index, and because jQuery should go towards the top of your file and be available as early in page JavaScript execution as possible, I'm going to put it right into the template. It's one line. Why not? In fact, I'll put it in the first logical, convenient spot. Even this viewport stuff in the metas, I'm just going to put it right as the first line under head. So I hit I for insert, the operating system keyboard shortcut for paste, and now you'll see some wrapping. It's sometimes difficult to know whether you're seeing a hard return line wrapping or Vim just doing it for you to see everything. So I'm going to hit escape, :W to write my changes, and now I'm going to go set no wrap. So if it is just showing me wrapping, this will turn it off. I think I got an accidental hard return where I didn't want one. Of course, because I quit out and went back into the file, so it lost that TW equals 0 setting I did. So I go into insert mode, I hit the delete key on the Mac, similar to backspace, put a space in, and before automatic line wrapping can do its thing, I do a save. Go back here, refresh, view page source, jQuery right here. Mission accomplished. We've done a number of things to files, so it's always a good practice to update the Git repository. So we do git add, and I'm pretty confident now. In fact, I'm so confident I'm not even going to add stuff. I'm going to teach you something about a commit. Git commit. What are you committing? Well, normally the stuff you added. And the adds were prior individual commands. But if you are committing everything in your repository, no new files are in here, Vim isn't loaded, there's no temporary files, I'm just going to do -am, and everything that's ever been added in the past will be updated on the commit. Added Google Analytics, Hittail, and jQuery code. Close quote. Enter. Git push. The changes took, and just for the sake of completion, new tab, GitHub, project in question, and there are my changes. Thanks for joining me today. If there's any activity on my site from, say, you visiting, I'm now going to know it. Hope to talk to you soon, and don't forget to subscribe.